Hello guys, great to see you again. So today I want to focus on one major hidden challenge while starting prop firm or FX brokerage, the major pitfall that many overlook, which is vendor lock-in. Imagine building your business only to find out that your choices are limited, costs are rising, and adapting to market changes feels impossible because you are tethered to one provider. So in this video, I'll show you how to steer clear of this trap and set up your firm with the flexibility it deserves. Vendor lock-ins is more than just industry jargon. It's a situation where your business becomes dependent on a single provider for key operations. This might include your trading platform, risk management tools, liquidity providers in the bridge, CRM system, or IT infrastructure such as your website, client portal, and a support team for those that may include designers and developers, for example. Some providers will go as far as bundling in a customer support outsourced service, which is meant to respond to your clients' inquiries. There is a lot more that a provider can put under the same roof: MAM, PAM, copy trading functionality, hosting and support, internal sales and performance reports, marketing of all sorts, call centers, SEO, social media management, also traditional and crypto payment systems, and its aggregation. So why does this matter? Well, being tied to one vendor limits your flexibility and your ability to adapt and provide clients with more options. You might find that what worked when you started the company becomes a roadblock as your firm grows. Innovation stalls, flexibility shrinks, and the running costs, well, they shoot up. Switching costs completely unachievable without starting from a blank slate. This is a definition of vendor lock-in. Vendor lock-in poses serious risks that can limit your prop firm's growth, restrict your operations, and affect profitability. Relying heavily on a single provider is problematic because flexibility and innovation will take the hardest hit as soon as your company starts making money. If one provider controls your major systems, you're almost entirely dependent upon their timeline for updates and new features. This will slow your firm's ability to adapt to the latest trends, making it hard to stay ahead. So, why are specialized providers better? Let's just talk about expertise and innovation first. When you partner with specialized providers, you are accessing teams that live and breathe in their specific technologies. This focus means that you are not just keeping up, they are leading with the fresh cutting-edge tools. For your prop firm, that translates to better trading platforms, more responsive, stable, feature-rich CRMs, advanced analytics that one-stop shop simply can't match. They're too busy. They have 10 other services to provide and support, ensuring that they all cross-compatible at the same time. Then we move on to customizations and flexibility. No two firms are exactly alike. Specialized providers let you tailor services to match your unique goals and operational quirks. Instead of being confined to rigid one-size-fits-all solution, you can adapt elements as your firm either grows or shifts focus. This kind of adaptability is invaluable in a market that's always changing. Cost management is another win. With specialized providers, you can pick and scale services based on your current needs. You are not paying for bundled in features that you simply have no use for. Starting small and scaling up as your client base expands helps you stay budget friendly. For example, if you think of a CRM, a startup prop firm might want to avoid using additional modules such as affiliates and competitions from the start and enable all the additional modules later on, helping to focus on the budget and marketing. In Forex brokerages, such examples could be multi-level IBs or copy trading features, always available but not bundled in if not needed. Relying on a single vendor puts all your eggs in one basket. By distributing services across multiple providers, you lower the stakes if one of them hits a snag. Technical issues with one system won't cripple your entire operation. Diversifying your tech providers means fewer headaches and smoother overall experience for your clients. I'll give you another example. Outsourced sales and support teams. Yeah, those exist. While it's nice at the start not to worry about these vital operations, very soon you will feel blindfolded. In fact, the secret of success of our most treasured clients is in sales and support. Starting from one or two-man team, they scale to the point where the traders who want to close accounts end up making deposits instead. This type of client retention can only be achieved by in-house teams. So So how does one avoid vendor lock-in pitfall? While there is nothing wrong with choosing a single provider to provide more than one service, the easiest way to avoid getting locked in is to choose different providers for different areas of expertise or for vastly different technologies. I'll give you some examples. Legal and compliance needs can be bundled in. In some cases, the accounting and bookkeeping can be added there as well. All marketing can be entrusted to a single provider. I would question bundling in call centers with SEO services, but overall, completely acceptable. The website and design aspects should be handled by another party. Although sometimes a designer is needed for social media marketers, the overall website support, if outsourced, should be trusted to a dedicated team. It will be cheaper, better, and faster this way. CRM and traders room service should be provided by a dedicated company. If I may offer the example of our company, while we provide additional services like multi-level IBs, various competitions, payment system aggregations, they all use the same web technology, same web application. For example, we would never consider to also add a trading platform to the list of our offers. While we're capable of building one, doing so would surely affect our CRM service and limit our capabilities. One way to check if your provider is open to cooperation with others is to question them if there are ways you as a customer can access the programming interface of the applications. Your marketing team may want to build custom landing pages or access trader metadata for analytics and retention. Your web dev team might want to build an application that registers users by social media, for example, or build custom challenge purchase methods, or even mobile apps. All that is only possible if your CRM provider demonstrates flexibility and ready to play ball. Same on the risk management side. Your provider's data plays a key role in assessing clients' behavior and exposure, directly impacting your ability to mitigate risk effectively. Accessing this data by third parties is crucial because having an easy way to access this data will allow professionals to build tools to open up new revenue streams as your brokerage grows. KYC is also a part of risk management in a way, right? So while we, for example, have a KYC module built in, by no means we force you to use it. We've done plenty of integrations with various third parties like AutoKYC and SumSub and others. We also integrated risk tools that analyze KYC as a part of their service. Actually, this can be said about all the other services we provide. You're not tied to using our multi-level IB service, for example. Choose providers that have been in the industry for long enough to weather market changes and demonstrate resilience. Newer firms, while innovative, often come with higher risks because of their untested service reliability. Look for providers with deep expertise in FX markets, as they are more capable of handling complex issues and ensuring smooth operations. Avoid providers that offer white label versions of their own solution, especially if they're also running a prop firm or FX broker themselves. This can create conflict of interest as they have access to all your data, your clients' information, which could be absorbed into their own operations. Additionally, steer clear of providers that require you to work exclusively through their own payment service providers. This can tie your firm to a specific payment system, making future transition difficult and potentially limit your choices as your business grows. Finally, balanced contracts are key. Aim for terms that allow flexibility and don't overly bind your firm to a single vendor. If you lock yourself into a long-term deal with rigid terms, it could limit your ability to switch providers when your needs change. Building strong, mutually beneficial relationships with your vendors is important, but it's essential to ensure your independence isn't compromised. Here's a few key strategies to keep your partnerships healthy while maintaining control. Set clear expectations. Be clear about your business needs and what you expect from the provider so there's no misunderstanding later. Implement exit strategies. Always have a contingency plan in case you need to end the relationship. This should include how to move data, terminate service, and transfer responsibilities without disruption. Negotiate for flexibility. When drafting contracts, ensure they provide room for adjustment and future growth. Include clauses that will allow you to adjust your agreement as you see fit based on your evolving needs. Invest in relationship management. Treat your vendors as long-term partners, foster open communication, offer feedback, and maintain a professional relationship. This ensures that you remain in a strong position to negotiate favorable terms when necessary. So as you see, setting up a prop firm or FX brokerage without falling into vendor lock-in is entirely achievable. In fact, by diversifying providers, ensuring flexibility, and staying proactive, you can build a resilient, future-proof business while at the same time save enough money to have an internal project manager who will keep all the vendors in sync for your entire brokerage. Your vendors will thank you for that. So, if you're ready to take the next step, we at Kenmore Design would love to help. Schedule a call with our team. We'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you toward a solution tailored for your goals. Let's talk. That's all for today. See you again soon. Bye-bye.